You're audible.
Right, wonderful. So once again, hello everyone. Welcome to this introductory webinar on Yeastar Workplace. Thank you for your time and interest in the new Yeastar Workplace that we're going to be presenting today. My name is Deepak Mehtani, and should you have any questions, you can mention it in the chat box, and we will respond to you at the end of the webinar, if not earlier. We'd like to welcome our vendors who will be presenting the amazing features of the Yeastar Workplace in the webinar today. We have Shay Zhu who's a Workplace Account Manager. We have Ms. Ara Cheng, who's the PBX Account Manager. We have Horace Shu, who's a training instructor and who will be doing the presentation today. We also have Imo Zheng, who's a marketing specialist. And we have Xin Wu, who's a technical support in the Yeastar Workplace environment. From DVCOM, we have Keshav and Noel from our marketing team, and we have John Anthony, who's the channel sales manager at DVCOM. He has some interesting offers for you, which he will share in a bit. Also, we're going to have a lucky draw today for all the participants in the webinar. And one of you will walk away with a brand new Yeastar Workplace today. How exciting is that? Can we hear some cheers? I guess not. You are currently muted. So we'll go ahead. We'll begin with an introduction about DVCOM. I'm sure everybody knows DVCOM, and we've been in touch for a very long time. DVCOM is a specialist value-added distributor in the region, covering the Middle East. We represent dynamic ICT vendors, offering solutions for unified communications, email collaboration, networking. We have solutions on the cloud for Microsoft as well as call centers. We have digital and physical security devices, and we also offer audio video conferencing. All these are from top-level vendors across the world. Established in 2007 in the UAE, we are a part of an enterprise known as the Al Mushka Group. DVCOM introduced open source IP telephony in the region. In 2010, we established branches and expanded into the MENA region with offices in the GCC. We work closely with more than 200 channel partners spread across the Middle East and North Africa. Our portfolio has been growing, and we have leading ICT vendors from Europe, USA, and the Far East. In 2019, we moved into our new headquarters at the Atrium Center in Dubai. DVCOM has been closely associated with Yeastar since more than 10 years, and we represent Yeastar Workplace in the GCC. I would like to turn over to Horace, who will be offering more information and details about the Yeastar Workplace. Horace, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Deepak.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, no problem. Hey guys, this is Horace with Yeastar training team. I'm I feel honored to be here today to present you guys this whole solution for you guys. If you guys have any question during today's presentation, please feel free to let me know. Okay, so let's just get started. The first question, I believe some of you guys here today may know Yeastar, while some of you may not. So the first question today is, like, why are we developing this whole new solution? The reason is that we believe the future of work is going to be digital workplace. Speak of digital workplace, we are trying to use the advanced technologies to realize the improvement of our business to reach our goals, to help us to reach our goals in the digital workplace. So there are many parts of it. Let's check out these first. This year, we target Yeastar, the company, to help different enterprises to do something we call the digital transformation. Therefore, this is our new tagline this year, digital value delivered. And speak of the digital transformation, actually, there are so many different parts. We got the business communication part, which you might be familiar with. That's what we've been focused on for more than 16 years. And that's the unified communication solution we've been always providing. And today, we're going to introducing our whole new solution, That's going to be the Yeastar Workplace solution. On my right side, as you guys can see, here are some achievements of our company today. So we had a history for more than 16 years. We served for more than 350,000 customers for over more than 100 countries and regions worldwide. This is our achievements today. So let's just get started into the topic today. Will be the Yeastar Workplace solution. On this picture, actually, this is kind of like a family photo of this whole solution. We got a cloud-based platform. Also, we got some hardware devices, which we are going to talk about one by one, more detailed. I guess you will be interested in them. And if you have any further question, please just let us know through the chat panel. So speak of the workplace, this is kind of like a huge concept. It's pretty big because we know that workplace can be a really big part of our life. So actually, usually workplace solution will be consisted of 3 different parts. They are the meeting room booking system and desk management system, and also the visitor management system. So here we got 3 different parts. We got the cloud-based platform, we got the digital devices and smart sensors to build up this whole solution and interact with one and each other. But to be very honest with you guys, at this stage, we are releasing the first part of Yeastar Workplace, which will be the meeting room booking system. Also, you guys can type in the chat panel to let me know which one do you think is very needed. All right, the meeting room booking system, desk management system, and visitor management system. Which one do you guys think is really needed? So we can generate some feedback from you guys. But like I just mentioned, today we are introducing the meeting room booking system. The target is to try to help to solve all the problems we've had back to the traditional way of meeting room booking. So first of all, let's check out the opportunities of this market. This is a new area. This is a potential market with no doubt. You guys can see that by the end of 2020, we got an estimated number of 15 million meeting rooms worldwide. That's a huge number. And basically every one of them, they are still pretty traditional meeting rooms because they don't have any technology in the meeting rooms. And also most respondents, about 70% of them, think they want to have more budgets to invest in their workplace, in their meeting rooms. Speak of those technologies, I guess here we got a list of that, we got a priority of that when we're talking about those technologies, as you guys can see. We got something like the AI powered technology, we got the touchless technology, also something like the sensors related. I guess this is what we can call the IoT devices, right? The Internet of Things. People are looking forward to those technologies, those tools to be deployed in their meeting rooms. So obviously, this is a huge market waiting for us to explore together. All right. Speak of this part, let's find out what kind of problems we may have. I'm trying to get to this part to maybe make you feel more related to these old problems we've had if we don't have this solution. So the problems, actually, I'm going to divide it into 2 parts. From the individual side, if I'm a user, if I'm an employee in the company, whenever I'm trying to find a vacant meeting room, normally, if I don't have this solution, I need to walk around and see whichever meeting room is available is empty. But sometimes if I open the door to check, maybe I may interrupt some ongoing meeting. That's really awkward for me, and also that's not a good feeling for my colleagues. So this is the first part. And also we will be wasting too much time on finding the meeting rooms. Also some other situation like double bookings, overlap bookings may happen a lot. Back to the old days. I believe all of you guys have been there because I've been there, we've both been there. So these are the problems from the individual side. Of course, there are more. I guess you've been through that a lot. But from the manager side, also, the biggest headache for them is that they don't really get a solution. They don't have a tool to really understand what's happening with their meeting room resources. We know that in every workplace, in every office, our meeting room resources can be really limited because we know it's pretty expensive. So we need to figure out a way to optimize the utilization of our meeting room resources. And we do need some data to back us up urgently. So these are what we're going to solve today. All right, those problems. Let's see how Yeastar Workplace can help the meeting room booking system. So this is kind of like an overview of this meeting room booking system solution. Here we generate 6 parts. We're going to go through one by one: the smart sensors, room display, room booking, calendar integration, meeting reminder, and the reporting and analytics. Let's just go through them one by one. The first one we are going to introduce will be smart sensors. Now we've provided 2 different kinds of smart sensors, but something I would like to point out at the very first beginning is that those smart sensors are both self-developed and self-produced. All right, all the hardware devices we're going to talk about today are both self-developed and self-produced. They are not kind of like third-party hardware devices. So let's just take a look one by one. The first one will be people counting sensor. As the name shows, people counting sensor will count how many people are exactly in the detection area in a real-time basis. It's using the AI technology. It will monitor how many people are there in the meeting room. Usually we will deploy it in the ceiling so it can have a better recognition rate. You guys can see the recognition rate is pretty high, pretty accurate. All right, and it can cover an area up to 6 by 8 square meters. That's big, right? I believe most meeting rooms, one people counting sensor will be enough. So how can this people counting sensor be associated with our platform to realize some functionalities? Actually, to make you guys feel more involved, I'm gonna give you guys an example. Think about it in this, guys. If you book the meeting for 2 hours, let's say, and actually this meeting lasts like shorter than you expected. Maybe it only lasts for 30 minutes, let's say, and everybody just like leaves, all right? Then this meeting room is going to be empty, right? Usually we call it a ghost meeting because nobody is in there. But you will still see this meeting is happening on the platform. So in this case, that's a huge waste of meeting room resources because you just left, and the other people, if they're trying to book it, they will not be able to do that because they will still see this meeting room marked as being booked. So I'm sorry about the coughing, sorry guys. So if you have this people counting sensor, then we can realize some feature we call the auto release, which means that when this people counting sensor detects there is nobody in the meeting room for a pre-configured time duration, for example, let's say 50 minutes, right? If it detects that there is nobody in the meeting room for 15 minutes, this sensor will trigger the auto release mechanism, which means that this meeting room will be automatically released. So the other people, they can see it as like empty as an available meeting room and they can book it. This is the people counting sensor, the first one. And also we've got some other information here, all right? The second one will be the room comfort sensor. As the name shows, the room comfort sensor will exactly tell you how comfortable you can feel within this meeting room. Here it will report 5 data also in a real-time basis, the temperature, humidity, light, carbon dioxide concentration, and the TVOC. So it will generate those 5 data and post on its e-ink room display. You guys can notice that there is a vivid emotion. It will tell you that like how will you feel within this environment. This is an indoor sensor. So if it's good, it's a smiley face. But I think if like let's just give it an example. If the carbon dioxide is too much in this meeting room, this may turn into a sad face. All right, so this is kind of like how you can analyze and understand the real-time like environment quality, or let's say quality inside your meeting rooms or area. Right, here are some other data about it, and those sensors, they are optional, so you can deploy them in your meeting rooms easily. The second part is an essential part of our whole solution, which will be the room display. Back to the troubles, back to the problems, we talk about it like One biggest headache is that you will not be able to understand the real-time status of the meeting room. So the room display can solve this problem easily. Let's check this out. This is a picture of the room display. Actually, there are two mainly functionalities a room display can provide you. The first one is that it will work as an indicator, which means that it can post so many important information about these meeting rooms. For example, you can customize your company logo, and you can check out the upcoming meeting information, also the real-time room status. And if you do have the people counting sensor, the data collected by it can also be posted here. And some other information like the schedule of the day. It's pretty detailed, as you guys can see here. This is the first functionality. The second functionality is that it can offer you some interactive operations. For example, if today you got a, let's say, customer to visit you without letting you know that, so you can always easily find out a vacant meeting room and go access it, click or use your finger to tap the start meeting now on the screen to start an instant meeting, or sometimes we call it the ad hoc meetings. Now you have a solution for that. Also, you can just easily book a meeting room from the room display directly from the vacant slots here, as you guys can see. All right, so these are the two functionalities. Let's make a wrap up. The first one, to work as an indicator, provide you the necessary information about the meeting room. The second one, to provide you to offer some interactive operations for your meeting room usage. All right, so this is it. By the default setting, we use different colors to represent different status. Green means available, orange means a meeting starts soon, and the red means this meeting room is in use. And also you can set it up as some special usage. You can just set it up as dedicated or disable the meeting room. This is some settings. But actually, those are kind of like the basic features we should provide for room display. As a Yeastar Workplace solution, we also have so many flexible settings provided for the room display. The first one, you'll be able to customize your theme color. Like we said, by the default setting, we use the green to means available, to represent available, and the orange means meeting starts soon. Red means meeting ongoing. So you guys can see that here we can support 16 theme colors. You can just totally customize it by yourself. Also, you can customize the background image as we are presenting here. This picture actually is our building. So we hope that maybe one day you can just come to visit us. All right, this is our whole new building. And the second one will be some energy saving settings. So if you enable the power saving settings, the room display will power off itself during the outside of the business hours, during the non-working hours. And also you can set up the brightness if you want to enable the light strip. Those are pretty flexible. Just set it up according to your real cases needed. All right, so this is about the room display settings. The third one is kind of like about the privacy settings, right? Because we know that from the upcoming meeting information, you can see the meeting subject and the meeting organizer. But if you're working in kind of like the common, let's say, like the environment, maybe you will have a lot of strangers, you will have a lot of like visitors every day. I don't really want my meeting subject to be like seen by everyone else. So I can just like hide the meeting subject or the organizer, and I can disable booking on the room display, because maybe I only want the internal people. I don't want them to touch them and mess it up. All right, so these are about some room display settings. These are pretty flexible. And also another very good feature, I'm going to use a video to show you guys, which is that, for example, if you don't touch the room display for a configured time, let's say maybe 15 seconds, and it's in available status, you will be able to play a video in the room display. So let me show you how does it work. So if I didn't touch it for a pre-configured time, let's say 15 minutes, you guys can see that it will play the video. All right, so it will play the video. It also has the audio. But if I'm going to use it, I can just go touch it, and then it will just jump into the normal stage. and I can just book from the room display. This is Shay. This is he. All right, so this is how it works. And this is a pretty needed feature, and I guess you can apply in different scenarios. All right, if you want to know more details about it, you can always come to us. This is the second part, the room display. This is pretty important because it plays a key role in this whole, in this whole session, in this whole solution. So the third part will be the booking options. As a solution targets to improve the efficiency in your workplace, it's really important. It really matters, like how users will feel about it. Does it really improve my working experience in the workplace? I guess as a meeting room booking system, the biggest part is that we need to make sure the users, the employees, they can use it as convenient as possible. That's the reason we are trying to build up a flexible booking options for all the users. So the first one will be the on-the-spot booking, which we just talked about it a little bit earlier through the room display, right? So we're gonna skip this part for now. Then the second part will be the calendar booking. Nowadays, the calendar system can be a very popular software. We are using it every day, I believe. So sometimes when you are trying to create an event through your calendar system, normally it needs to be associated with a meeting room, with a location, right? That's the reason we are integrating our system with the mainstream calendar systems. So now we can support the integration with the Google Workspace or the Microsoft 365 Outlook system, which means that you can easily use those two systems to book a meeting room from our platform and interact with the whole system. The information can still be posted on the room display and data can be generated within the whole platform. But we do understand that maybe some companies, they don't really use the calendar system. They prefer to use the web portal. So we also got options for them. We provide the PC or mobile web portal page because this is a cloud-based platform. So you can easily use your PC or mobile and then turn on any browser, log into the platform and enjoy all the features we've just mentioned. All right, so these are the three different booking options. You can either choose the one you prefer. The fourth one will be the calendar system integration, like we just mentioned. Now we support a Microsoft 365 and a Google Workspace. So the key word, the key point of this part is it will synchronize between those two platforms simultaneously. Let's just check this out. This is the page for the Google Workspace. If you guys are familiar with that, I believe those pages are familiar to you. So here, if I book the meeting room from the Google Workspace calendar, the information will be synchronized to our platform in a real-time basis, which means that it will be posted on our platform, it will be posted on the room display, and it can interact with all the mechanisms we provide in our system. And the second one will be Microsoft 365. This is the Outlook interface. You guys can see it easily here, right? So those are the two calendar systems we support at this stage. The fifth one will be the meeting reminder. So under what conditions you will get a meeting reminder, you will receive the reminder. The first one will be the conflicting meetings, which means that if you are booking a meeting room and then you're trying to invite some colleagues to join together. And in this case, if some of them, they are busy, they got a busy schedule, they got a conflicted schedule, you will get a reminder. For example, it will tell you that here you guys can see 3 participants are busy. Are you sure to book the meeting? It will give you some hints about it. And also some events related to the meeting, it will also send you the notification, but this is customizable. For example, meeting room booked successfully, a meeting has been deleted, or some events, you can customize it. You will also be able to receive notifications through email. So this is the meeting reminder feature, which makes sure you will never miss any important meeting anymore. Right. The sixth one is also the last one, highlight feature we're going to present today will be the reporting and analytics. This is kind of something designed for the managers, the facility managers or the supervisors of the company. Here we can provide some important data generated through the system to tell you that utilization of your meeting rooms. For example, you can check out the utilization rate of your meeting rooms to help you to know that do you need any extra meeting rooms or you have already enough meeting rooms. And also you can check out some other data like the meeting event density to help you to realize when is the busiest hour of your company, when will you have the most meetings per day. So this is about the sixth feature we mentioned above. And talk about all those 6 different features, we can make a wrap up about this solution. Actually, I'm going to present it through this whole topology. As you guys can see that because we've talked about them detail one by one. So let's just check this out. The core, the center will be this platform. And then you can just like mount the room display at the entrance of the meeting room because you need to check the information. You need to have some like interactions with it. So it would be better if we mount it at the entrance of your meeting rooms. And usually we will just connect it through the PoE if you have the PoE switch in your office. So one cable will be enough. And the sensors will be deployed sometimes. For the people counting sensor, we recommend in the ceiling. And the room comfort sensor, you can just mount it on the wall. So speaking of the sensors, something I would like to mention here is that we got a special devices called the LoRaWAN gateway. If you are going to use sensors, a LoRaWAN gateway is necessary. So because they are using a special protocol we call the LoRaWAN protocol, the sensors will transfer data to the LoRaWAN gateway through this LoRaWAN protocol. Why don't we use the Wi-Fi? Why don't we use the network connection? The reason is that LoRaWAN gateway has a lot of like advantages. First of all, it can cover for more than 1,000 nodes for one gateway, which means that one gateway can cover for 1,000 sensors. And also, it has a larger like transmission range, all right, which means that if you, let's say if you have one building with 3 floors, usually you just need one LoRaWAN gateway, that would be enough. So you don't have to worry about the transmission range or the quality because those data, we really need them in a real-time basis, right? So we are using this. And the LoRaWAN then will transfer the data to our platform through the internet, through the network connection. So we can realize the features we mentioned about, like the auto release, right? Something like that. And as a user or manager, we can just easily log into the platform to enjoy all the features we mentioned above. Also, you can also do that through the third-party software, which is the calendar system. This is the whole topology about it. If you guys have any question or anything you feel interested or you want to know more about, you can just type it in the chat panel. All right. Then the next part will be the kind of like applications, or let's say the potential market of this solution. According to some of our customers' feedback, you guys can see that although the name of this solution is called the meeting room booking system, but actually, to be honest, as long as you need to manage your meeting room resources, you can deploy this solution. So for some other scenarios, for example, the co-working spaces and shared office, we do need a solution to manage our like the spaces, right? Who used our spaces? We need some data about it, and also some other scenario like the hotels, even like the classrooms. They also need kind of this reservation solution, the booking system to help them out. And I'm gonna give you guys a brief product comparison. We're gonna send out those materials if you guys need it after today's presentation, of course. But here you guys can see that although we have some different features, but the key point I would like to mention here will be the unified platform. Because Yeastar is a one-stop solution, which I mentioned at the very first beginning. We provide both the software, which is the cloud-based platform, and also all the hardware devices. This is a unified platform, right? You can get everything you need from us directly. You don't have to worry about you need to integrate with any third-party hardware devices and so on. And you don't have to worry about like the missing features in the near future. And also next part, let's check out our roadmap, right? So About the roadmap part, you guys can see that in this quarter, actually, which will be June, all right, so it's really quick. First of all, we're going to support Teams integration, which is a new calendar system. If your customer, they're using the Teams as their daily calendar system, they will be able to use it here easily. And we will provide another room display. So the customer will have more choices. All right, we will have another sleeker room display in this June. Also, like we mentioned about the reporting and analytics, we will be able to export those reports in the upcoming version, and also customize the video background for the room display. So those features, they will be supported soon, or the second quarter. And in the second half year of 2022, we're going to have more smart devices, more integrations, and also, like we mentioned, the other two parts of the workplace solution, the visitor management and the desk management, those are needed. So these are kind of like the roadmap of the second half year, all right? So as a new solution, we actually released it last year. I guess I believe that you guys must have a lot of expectations about this product as we do. And this is the roadmap, as you guys can see. This is pretty accurate. This is pretty like, you know, fulfilled. So we have a lot of confidence in this product, but why should you guys choose Yeastar Workplace? Here we also generate some advantages. The first one is the one-stop solution. We are the one-stop solution vendor, like we always talk about it, because this is really important, right? Which means that if there is any question, you can always come to us. You don't have to worry about the after-sales service, right? You can always get a direct and free technical support from us directly. And we got a strong research and development team. We put a lot of effort in the innovation about this product. We provide a seamless integration with these mainstream calendar systems. And easy is one of our key words, because speak of deploying a new solution, people always wonder, like, do I need to spend a lot of effort? Do I need to spend a lot of time learning how to use it? The answer for this is no, because this is pretty easy. And also, we will provide a competitive margin and recurring revenue model. All right. Last part from me today will be the features, because in the workplace solution, we also provide a subscription plan. All right, here we list out 3 different plans: light plan, standard plan, and pro plan. All of them got 3 rooms by the default setting. They are free. So, but they are expandable. All right, and light plan is for free. Here you can check out all those features, those basic features. And the standard plan and pro plan, they are annually subscribed. So standard plan will provide you the feature like the custom branding, the integration with calendar system, those two, and also like provide you some space utilization insights, which is some data. So pro plan is actually easier to understand. It's kind of like anything related to sensors requires a pro plan. You guys can see that. So if you want to use the sensors, if you want to get some data and like features like the auto release by the sensor, you will need this pro plan. All right. One thing I want to point out is that the on-premise deployment is also available right now. So if you do have some project, for example, the governmental project, they do need to deploy this solution on their own server. You will be able to do that, because now the on-premise deployment is totally available right now. So that's basically everything from my part. I believe that I know that this solution is kind of new, and I also believe this is going to be the trend, because we believe that with the technology, or with the improvement of technology, people are trying to find every way, every perspective they can to improve their efficiency in their workplace, in their daily life. And this solution is just the right solution for us to deploy in a very acceptable investment, and which will bring us a lot of like positive feedback, right? So that's basically from my part. And So I noticed that there are some feedback to try want to see the the web portal of our solution. So yeah, of course, let's just switch to it. So before I end it here, I'm gonna switch to it here. 1 second. So let me just log in. This is our user portal. All right, as a user, it's pretty easy. I can use those filters to get the right meeting room that I need. For example, if I want to book a meeting room for next week, or I can pick up a specific date, and then if my building have multiple floors, I can make a selection here, and then I can just like customize my capacity, what facilities I need, and also the occupancy status here. Then I can just easily use my mouse click to drag and drop. Then this will pop up. So I can just double check my meeting topic and to invite my colleagues to join me, and also to set up a meeting reminder. Do I need to make it a periodic meeting? All right. For example, if this is a weekly meeting, monthly meeting, I can just book it here and click save. That's it. This is pretty simple, as you guys can see for user. That's basically all they need. And also they can check their room booking. You guys can see that the booking history, right? You can just easily find it here. And what I'm going to present you guys will be the management portal. So I can switch to the management portal. You can check out the management portal. One key point, this is also a one-stop platform to manage everything. Here you can check out the dashboard, right? The data. This is just a demo account, so the utilization rate is pretty low. As you guys can see, we use it for demonstration. And you can select a specific time period, right? More than that, you can easily manage all your users and groups, manage all your meeting room resources, all right? For example, what facilities do you have? Those are all customizable. And like we said, you can have a lot of flexible settings for the room display, right? Here we provide you a preview. For example, if I want to change the scene color, here it can provide you a preview about it, right? So this is flexible settings about the room display. Also, I can manage my hardware devices here because, like we said, everything is provided by Yeastar. So all I need to do is just to type in the serial number, and then the system will automatically recognize which device type it is and show you guys here and the model number here, right? So one platform for you to manage all related devices and features. Integration, you can realize here. And the company settings, you will be able to set up here some necessary company, for example, the logo, the other information you need, and the preferences. All right, so this is the web portal, both the user portal and the management portal. One portal for you to manage everything here. So basically, that's what I'm going to show you guys today. All right, so this is basically all I have from my part. I guess now you guys have a general understanding about this whole solution. And also, I believe you must be interested to find out more about it. But even though I talked too much about it, it will be also better for you guys to try out all by yourself. So the next part, DVCOM team is going to introduce you guys about the evaluation kit. So John, are you there? Can you please introduce this to our attendees today?
Hi, thanks, Horace. Thanks for your presentation. Good afternoon, all. I'm here to present you this offer. This is exclusive for the partners. So we have a kit, which is of two options are there. So we have the light kit and the full kit. So light kit, it comes with 15% discount, and this includes the room display and comes with 1 year standard plan. So it's for applicable for only one unit. Then we have the another thing is a full kit, which carries 30% off on the your pricing. So this will have one panel, the display panel. Then there's a sound sensor for people counting sensor. Then we have the gateway, and it comes with a pro plan, which is complete feature. And there is a room comfort sensor. And note that this is only one kit is eligible for a partner, and valid till 31st of July. So feel free to write to us for enabling this. This will be for more useful for your presentations and for your client demos. If you have any questions on this, please feel free to put it on the Q&A chat options. We'll be happy to explain to you. Yeah. You can drop in a mail to sales@dvcom, datavoice.com. Sorry, it's sales@datavoice.com. Sorry.
Thank you, John. Thank you for presenting this nice offer to our partners, and hopefully we'll get a lot of response from the market, and this offer will help our partners to understand the product better and offer solution to our existing clients. So now this is time to move on to our next session that is interesting and everybody is waiting for that, and that is lucky draw. So we hand over to Shay for lucky draw. Thank you very much.
你可以 I'm Shay from Yeastar, and responsible for Yeastar Workplace for online. And I would like to show you the Kasef, can you open my camera permission? I would like to show the device in briefly.
Yeah, you can show now.
Okay, great. So before we enter into the last part of the lucky draw, I would like to show you the device in brief. First of all, this is the people counting sensor, and it is a very small size, and just simply put it on the ceiling and it will detect the real-time people number in meeting room, and also it will achieve the advanced auto-release feature. So it is very small one, and the second sensor is the room comfort sensor, and as you can see, it's also a smartphone size, and with its e-ink display, you can check parameters of the meeting room in real time, and also it's powered by the battery, so you can just simply install the battery and put it on wall, and it will detect the parameters in real time. So it's very quite easy to install and set up. And the key components of Yeastar Workplace is the room display, and it's a 10-inch Android tablet, and it's powered by PoE, so it's a one cable installation, and you can achieve the on the spot booking and check the meeting information here. So it's quite a nice design, and for today's lucky draw, we will offer one free room display with a pro plan for you. So I think let's move on to a lucky draw and see who will be a lucky guy today. Please hold on, I will share my screen.
Say you're mute.
I have just achieved the uh, lucky draw, and I've sent the name to the chat panel. Congrats to the Rakesh. Okay, so that's my part, and let's move on to the Q&A. The first question is the people counting sensor. Work on battery from Mohammed, and actually the people counting sensor is powered by the Type C cable, and it's not by battery. For the LUMCOM sensor, it is powered by the battery. And let's go to the second question. What's the availability for the devices? Elisha, do you mean the stock for those devices? Actually, our distributor DVCOM has some stocks right now, and if you need any devices, please feel free to contact DVCOM team. And the third question is about is from Setsu. How many people counting sensor we can add? Actually, one room can add multiple sensors, and we do not have to limit it the numbers. So you can add as many as the sensors you need for one room, and there will be work for, let's say, room. The fourth question is about the presentation. Yes, our distributor DVCOM will send you the recording, and for the presentations, if you are interested, please contact our distributor DVCOM as well, and they will be pleased to help. The fifth question is about the ACL. Actually, we haven't implemented relate feature, but as for the admin, he can delete the meeting by booked by other users. He has the right, the highest permission for the system. And this last question is about how to book meeting remotely. As Horace has presented in the demo, actually you can use the Zoom panel or user portal from your PC or mobile. So their main, more importantly, is that you can also book from Outlook or Microsoft calendars. So there are three main ways to book a meeting remotely. So that's the question for, and the seventh question is about the ETA for Urban reason. I think our DVCOM team will answer this question for you.
Yeah, stock available.
Okay, so do you guys have any other questions? Please feel free to drop it to the chat panel, and we will be pleased to answer. So if you do not have any questions, I think we can hand it over to our DVCOM.
Hi, Shay, there is a question from Sojan Judge on the chat.
Mhm.
He's asking about signage.
Okay, let me check. Can it be integrated with Office? Yes, yes. Currently, our solution can integrate with Office, that is Microsoft 365, and integrate with the Outlook client. Is there any access? I miss some. Oh. For the replay of today's webinar, of course, our distributor DVCOM will send it to you after this. For the cost of one screen, yes, our DVCOM sales team will contact you soon. Is there any asset management facility in the web portal? Currently, our portal is for meeting room booking and along with the desk and visitor in Q3. As for asset management, we'll consider it next year. Okay, so what's the... There's another question from another customer. What is the deploy architecture? Can software be hosted on a server? Yes, currently we support both the cloud or on-premise, and you can choose your own hardware or the data center, like the Amazon, but Google, Google server or data center. Another question, can the unit be used as a digital signage player when it's not active with no booking? Yes, as we have presented in the demo, this feature is under development and it will be ready soon. So if you have any projects or customers who are requiring this, please feel free to contact our DVCOM team and we will help them to assist with this feature. Okay. Okay, so that's all for today's Q&A. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact our DVCOM team. And very thanks for your guys.
So thank you very much, say Yeastar team, and thank you everyone for participating for this webinar. And in coming days, we'll be having more webinars on Yeastar Workspace. And if you are interested in hands-on training, then we have training on our office. It's a DVCOM office in Dubai. You can come down to our office. You can contact your sales manager from DVCOM team, and we'll be happy to show you exact device hardware, like where you can come and experience. And also we would love to offer a demo, a special pricing to you, as today Mr. John mentioned. And
Yes, you can avail those benefits because this will be a limited offer, but recommend that you get it as soon as possible. So when you're coming here, we can book the slots. We can arrange you the demo kits accordingly. Let us know the respective managers, so we will get it arranged for you. We're looking forward for your inquiries, and thank you all once again. I look forward for more webinars for you to join. Thanks, and cheers every day.
thank you very much. If you have any questions right now, you can type it over here. Q&A taskbar is already open here, and I will be here next 5 minutes. So thank you very much for your time, and thank you for joining today's webinar. Have a nice day.